Senator Bernie Sanders saying this is not the time to build a wall. But as a potential partial government shutdown looms, the battle over securing the border seems to be heating up. President Trump showing no signs of backing down. It is time for our headliner this morning. Louisiana Senator John Kennedy, a member of the Appropriations Committee, joins us now. Senator, good morning and great to have you back on the program.
Good morning. Merry Christmas to you both.
And to you as well. So first, can you respond to what you just heard from Bernie Sanders there?
Well, Bernie doesn't believe that illegal immigration is illegal. I mean, it's pretty simple. I happen to believe that legal immigration is good for our country, but that illegal immigration is illegal and we should stop it because it undermines legal immigration. What Bernie also won't acknowledge, walls work. They're working in San Diego, they're working in Yuma, they're working in El Paso. Border walls are working in Israel and Malaysia and India and Turkey and Saudi Arabia, and I could keep going. Now, if you support legal immigration, and I do, and supposedly Bernie does, then you've got to be against illegal immigration. I'm not saying that all of the people who try to jump the line to come into our country are bad people. I don't know, but I do know this. Some of them are terrorists. Some of them are child sex traffickers. Some of them are drug dealers. Some of them are gang members. And if for no other reason but national security and public safety, we have to seal our border. And the sin of President Trump here in Washington, D.C., with the self-styled elite, is that he's actually, for the first time in a long time, enforcing America's immigration laws. Our immigration laws are not broken. They just haven't been enforced.
In a word, does the wall get built or not? Is this settled, or are you looking at a partial government shutdown?
I don't think President Trump is bluffing. If I were playing poker with him, I wouldn't call his bluff on this one. Number two, I don't think Mrs. Pelosi will agree to anything because she wants to be speaker. And if she agrees to anything, she could lose her votes.
But House Republicans still have the majority. They could give the votes and send it over to the Senate, and then you're up against the wall.
They could, but I don't think, in terms of the negotiations, I don't think Mrs. Pelosi really wants to seriously negotiate. If I've learned anything in 2 years, guys, it's that people in Washington want, the thing they want most is to keep their jobs. So we'll either do a continuing resolution or we'll have a shutdown.
Okay, another topic here. You want to go to prison reform? Just quickly, you want to slam it in there?
Well, okay, let's get it. And then you want to hear Chuck Grassley?
Yeah, Chuck Grassley, Vermont. You don't like this idea? Chuck Grassley's a proponent of it. He said this a moment ago.
This whole bill is a perfect instance of how the legislative process ought to work. First of all, you got to do something bipartisan. So we've got a broad bipartisan coalition within the Congress. You've got a broad coalition of groups outside the Congress, on the left from the ACLU, on the right from the American Conservative Union, and everything in between.
All right, well, that was Chuck Grassley just a few moments ago on this program. What happens here?
Well, Chuck, for whom I have great respect, is right. I think you've had a number of Republicans join with liberal Democrats. This, in my opinion, is not a criminal justice bill because it doesn't mention the word victims. What it really is a prisoner release bill. And my experience in life is that there's some people out there, I don't know why, they're not confused, they're not mixed up, they're not sick. It's not a question that their mama or daddy doesn't love them enough. They're just bad. And that's why we have prisons. And I don't know why that is. If I make it to heaven, I'm going to ask. But this bill, in my opinion, is going to let a lot of dangerous people go. And I don't think it represents justice. And that's why I'm not going to support it.
Interesting.
Will you try and block it?
Yes.
Yep. Can you?
Probably not. But I have put a hold on the bill, and some of my colleagues, again, I respect them immensely, are upset with me for holding the bill. but I'm rather fond of being able to read a bill before I vote on it. And they gave us this bill, I think, yesterday afternoon, maybe the day before. It's 150 pages. Look, if you ask any of the proponents, either the Republicans or the liberal Democrats, how many people under this bill are you going to let go and who are they? They can't answer it. They can't answer it.
Senator, we have
It
more.
scares me to death.
Yeah, we have more questions, and we hope you come back, and we'll get to those next time. Okay. Thank you, sir.
Merry Christmas.
Thank you,
Merry
Senator
Christmas
Kennedy.
to you, Senator.